Nuwa, who created humanity, is slandered by everyone. Only men truly worship her. I thought I'd inherit the commercial talent from my past life. Who would have thought Nuwa would grant me the ultimate gift to defy fate? Each breakthrough doubles my stats. But there will also be thunderstorms. Although it comes with huge risks. The man remains calm because in his past life, he had already become the top magic cultivator. But he was deceived by Lu Rian into facing the immortal realm boss alone. Unexpectedly, he was struck dead in one blow in his final moments. His beloved and his former brothers appeared before him. At that moment he realized the truth. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself reborn one day before the game's launch. In his past life he loved Lu Rian for 10 years. Only for her to conspire with Shu Zaisan to steal all his savings. This time he'll make sure they taste betrayal and isolation. Just then his phone rang. He knew it was that crazy woman calling to tell him about Lu Rian kiss, sing another man. Before Ren Lan could finish, the man nonchalantly replied, "Oh, I know, that's all you're going to say? Come on, I'm not joking, it's real." The man quickly changed the topic. "Have you heard of the game, 8 Desolations? Of course the ads are everywhere. I'm planning to become a professional player in the game." Because he knew, this game would soon take the world by storm. 5 years later it would merge with the real world. Abilities from the game, artifacts, even NPCs and major bosses would descend into reality. Now his wallet was empty. He thought of asking Ren Lan for support. To his surprise she flatly refused, saying no money. "Who told you to act all flashy and gift Lu Rian that expensive birthday present yesterday? You made your bed, lie in it. Goodbye and good riddance." As the call ended, Ren Lan still lent him money from her stash. By midnight, the man logged into the game on time. He heard excited shouts. "Look, it's Sister Nuwa." He knew this was the first challenge in the game. He had to handle it carefully. The crowd was filled with lecherous players shouting wife. Some even want to have children with her. He's speechless. How dare they have such indecent thoughts about Lady Nuwa? As expected, Nuwa waved her hand. The offenders were instantly sucked away. He greeted her respectfully. Nuwa smiled faintly. "Mortal, you seem promising. Do you truly wish to embark on the path of cultivation?" Man raised his head. "Yes. Please, Lady Nuwa, grant me a talent." Nuwa lifted her hand. "Very well. I shall bestow you with an opportunity." He thought he'd gain the business talent from his past life. But he discovered this life's talent was entirely different. Nuwa spoke again. "The talent has been granted to you. Now choose your appearance." The man swiped through the character models. Lacking experience in his past life, he got tired of being handsome all his life. So he deliberately chose a wild hairstyle. Only after entering the game did he realize the higher the charm, the easier it was to gain NPC favor. Some female NPCs might even want to pair up with him. This time he decisively made himself exceptionally attractive. Nuwa then handed him a map. "Choose your starting location." Man pondered these 4 zones. Each catered to one of the main professions in 8 Desolations. Yongning Prefecture was best for magic cultivators. Muxian Prefecture was ideal for artifact cultivators. Huafeng Prefecture suited physical cultivators, with maxed out innate stats this time. If he continued with magic cultivation he'd soon become the world's top magic cultivator. He realized he'd chosen magic for Lu Rian before. This time he'd pick something he truly liked. With that thought he confidently chose Muxian. As the map slowly disappeared, he made a vow. "This time I will become the strongest sword cultivator." Soaring with the wind sword in hand, free to roam the world, he was immediately transported to the Muxian Prefecture's starter village. He saw a group surrounding an old man, thinking it might be a hidden quest. But the man walked away, calling them fools. Hidden quests wouldn't be here. Just then a woman called out to him. "My name is Queen Yang. I'm the tailor shop owner in this village. Do you want a quest? Let Big Sis arrange one for you." As she spoke, Queen Yang hugged the man. "My husband passed away 5 years ago. I'm still single. If you think the quest is too hard, I can help you complete it." The man froze. "With maxed out charm I can even attract NPCs? If I take this quest and build rapport with this widow, in a few days we might even form a bond." Though tempted, the man ultimately refused. The surrounding crowd buzzed with chatter. "We've been queuing for hours for quests, and one just gets handed to him?" And he even turned it down. But the man didn't care. He knew where the real opportunity was, in the starter village. Soon he arrived at the blacksmith's shop. As he approached he overheard someone saying, "All he does is forge, doesn't even talk, maybe he's deaf? Let's just go somewhere else." Ignoring them, the man went straight to the forge. "Bulls, this is the most important NPC in the village." He pulled the bellows. The blacksmith noticed the flames roaring. The temperature was too low. With a few strikes the blacksmith forged a sword. He looked at the man. "You helped me, I should repay you. Pick any weapon here, you can borrow it for a day. But you must return it after 1 day." The man nodded and stepped forward. He picked up an ordinary iron sword. This one will do. The blacksmith laughed heartily. Good choice. Since you helped me, I'll give you a chance at another opportunity. The man agreed and left the blacksmith shop. People nearby saw him holding the sword and exclaimed, "How did this guy get a weapon already? Come on, share the secret with us." No hoarding allowed. The man pointed behind him. That guy just broke up with his girlfriend. He's heartbroken. Go serenade him with a love song. If it's heartfelt, he might reward you. Hearing this, the group rushed to the blacksmith singing love songs. The blacksmith trembled uncontrollably. He couldn't help but chase everyone out. The crowd finally realized they had been tricked by the man. Meanwhile, the man had already reached the bamboo grove. Above him, a green bamboo snake was eyeing him. Suddenly the snake lunged at him. But the man had already anticipated it. With a swift counterattack, the snake was slain. The man absorbed 3% of the experience points. Looking at the 3 items on the ground, he pondered. Just killing a basic snake drops this much gear? Could it be related to my maxed out luck stat? Hearing a noise nearby, he decided not to think too much. He continued hunting snakes. In less than 2.5 minutes his inventory was full. He returned to the blacksmith shop and handed over 10 venomous fangs. The blacksmith gave him a letter in return. The man was overjoyed. This is it, the essential letter for joining Sword Sect. He then headed to the marketplace to auction off the green snake bow he had looted. Bidding war immediately broke out. 500. I'll give 1,000. Just then, someone shouted 5,000. The crowd parted. Who are they? They're all women? What guild are they from? The leading woman approached the man offering cash payment. Instant transfer. The man found the price reasonable and was about to agree. Then someone from the crowd shouted 6,000. It was Wang Jinghao, the president of the Eternal Guild. The man was surprised. He didn't expect to see him here. In his past life, Wang Jinghao had tried to recruit him. After being rejected, Wang retaliated and suppressed him. This time I'll make him pay dearly. At that moment, the pink-haired woman raised her bid to 7,000. Wang Jinghao countered with 10,000. The woman didn't back down. 25,000. The man glanced at her. This beauty really isn't giving Wang Jinghao any face. Maybe I can use her to bleed Wang dry. The woman raised her bid to 50,000. Wang Jinghao, breathing heavily, refused to bid further. Fine, I'm not buying it anymore. As Wang Jinghao was about to leave, the man stepped forward to stop him. Brother Wang, wait a moment. I've heard much about the Eternal Guild. If you're willing to pay 500,000, I'll sell this bow to you. Please, Brother Wang, lend me your support in the future. Hearing this, Wang Jinghao's eyes lit up with satisfaction. At least he knows his place. He then walked up to the man. All right. If you ever need help, Brother Lin, the Eternal Guild will do its best to assist you. Give me your account number and I'll transfer the money now. The man smiled faintly, leaving a good impression for now. To set up future schemes against him, Wang Jinghao proudly took the bow. Miss, you're lucky. I'm feeling generous and won't hold a grudge. The man watched as Wang Jinghao left, spent 500,000 for face, and even helped count the money after being swindled. He'll realize after a few uses that the poison arrows are limited. And once they're gone, that's it. At this moment, the woman turned back and glared at the man. How could you go back on your word? Didn't you say it would go to the highest bidder? You look decent on the outside, but you're just a bootlicker at heart. A lackey for the Eternal Guild. With that, she led her group away. The man didn't argue. Since that's how she feels, I should find a way to make it up to them. Not long after, the woman and her group arrived at the wild boar forest. She instructed them to split up and each hunt 2 small wild boars. As soon as she finished speaking, they scattered. At that moment, the man appeared behind the woman. She turned to him, puzzled. Why are you following me? The man raised his hand. Can I have 2.5 minutes? What do you want? Just say it. The woman sheathed her sword, deciding to give him a chance. The man extended his hand. I have a classified piece of information. I'll sell it to you cheap, only 500,000. The woman became even more suspicious. If it's so important, why didn't you sell it to Wang Jinghao? You were just asking for his favor earlier. Wouldn't selling it to him benefit you more? The man waved dismissively. Rely on Wang Jinghao? Is he even worthy? Hearing this, the woman became wary. His attitude toward Wang Jinghao changed way too quickly. At this point, the man had already sent his account number to the woman. Money for goods, one hand for the other. Lin would never cheat you. Hearing this, the girl quickly transferred the money. I'll buy it. I'll send a payment right now. When the payment was confirmed, the man coughed lightly. Stop hunting wild boars. Go take the weapon shop mission instead. And be discreet, don't let other players find out. Otherwise this intel will lose its value. After saying that, the man pulled out a sect letter. The mission isn't the focus, the reward is. The girl was incredulous. Why are you selling me such important information? The man turned his head. Who knows? Maybe because you're cute. Hearing this, the girl was stunned on the spot. At that moment, her companions were being chased by a wild boar king. Wan Ling, help us. Wan Ling quickly waved her hand. Hurry. Retreat. We don't have enough people to take down this boss. Suddenly the man stepped forward. If you're giving up on this boss, I won't hold back. Oh, I already sold my bow. Can I borrow your sword for a bit? Without hesitation, Wan Ling tossed her sword to the man. A girl nearby covered her mouth laughing. Do you think he's just trying to impress Wan Ling? Maybe he's quite handsome after all. He's barely good enough for our Wan Ling. Wan Ling blushed deeply. You little brats. Are you asking for trouble? Meanwhile, the man sidestepped, dodging the wild boar king's charge, then raised the longsword, and struck it hard on the boar king's head. The boar king charged again. The man had no choice but to dodge. Even hitting its weakest spot won't damage it. Fighting head-on is pointless. With that in mind, the man started running. The wild boar king chased after him. A girl nearby couldn't help but tease. His running looks so cute. Wan Ling sighed. He's the one who had to show off. Not long after, man led the wild boar king to the edge of a forest. With a high leap, he soared into the air. The wild boar king slammed straight into the rocky wall. Seeing its health drop, the onlookers were stunned. You can fight like this? The wild boar king staggered to its feet. The man knew the time was right. He picked up his sword and charged at the wild boar king. In no time, the wild boar king's health dropped by half. At that moment, the wild boar king's eyes turned blood red, and it charged at the man again. The man jumped aside to dodge the attack. Without a target, the wild boar king turned in circles and rammed into the rocky wall once more. Seeing this, the man jumped above it and drove his sword down hard. The wild boar king let out its last breath. The system notified him. Promoted to Chi condensation stage. Destiny Defiance talent triggered. Defying fate. All attributes doubled. Destiny Defiance talent triggered. Born to defy. Random talent awarded. Random talent confirmed. Seed of Vitality. Vitality increased by 10%, can be upgraded 3 times. Congratulations on achieving the first kill of the village boss in Bawang *. Global announcement imminent. Would you like to hide your name? The man shook his head. No need. There's no reason to hide it. As the first kill announcement spread, everyone erupted in excitement. At that moment, the man looked at the ground filled with gold gear and manuals. Having maxed out innate luck really is something else. Suddenly the sky let out a deafening roar. The system issued a new notification. In 30 minutes the heavenly tribulation will descend. Prepare carefully. The man panicked. If I fail the tribulation, my soul will scatter. I need to get to the sect. Maybe someone powerful can save me. But Wan Ling blocked his path. Wait, add me as a friend. You can sell us any gear you find in the future. We'll offer a fair price. The man didn't hesitate and sent her his ID. Before quickly leaving, everyone was baffled. What's his hurry? What's so urgent? Why is he running so fast? Are we scarier than the wild boar king? Before long the man arrived at the sect gate and shouted loudly, Disciple Lin Wuchen seeks a master. As the man entered the sect, the entire sky was shrouded in thunderclouds. A woman floated in mid-air watching. What is causing such noise? Hearing her, everyone quickly bowed. Greetings, sect leader. The sect leader raised her gaze toward the rolling thunder. Could this be a heavenly tribulation? Could it be that one of the elders' disciples has broken through? The surrounding elders were puzzled. Who broke through? I haven't heard anything. The man shouted toward them. New disciple here. Lin Wuchen, please, mighty elders, save me. As the tribulation lightning approached, the man hurriedly presented his sect letter. Help me please, mighty ones. Seeing this, the sect leader extended her hand and conjured a barrier to shield the man. When she looked up again, the tribulation had dispersed. An elder nearby murmured in awe. A Chi condensation stage attracting a tribulation? This is the 6th time I've seen such a phenomenon. Remarkable. If this one becomes a powerhouse someday, his master would surely gain great prestige. Thinking this, a group of elders immediately surrounded the man. This disciple hasn't taken a master yet, right? Why not take me as your master? I'll pour all my resources into your training. Elder Choewi, you're a woman cultivator. It would be inconvenient to teach a male disciple. Leave him to me. Amidst their bickering, the sect leader suddenly spoke. Enough, all of you. This new disciple will be under my tutelage. Hearing this, the elders were stunned. The sect leader is personally accepting a disciple? The sect leader then approached the man. Lin Wuchen, would you be willing to become my last disciple and train in the inner hall with me? The man didn't hesitate. Disciple is willing. Disciple greets master. From this day forth, you shall be my one and only disciple, Lin Feiyan. Come with me. The man was overjoyed. This is amazing. Joining the sect and clinging to the biggest, strongest thigh. Wait, no, Master Feiyan's legs are slim, white and long. With that, the man followed Lin Feiyan to the inner hall of the Tianxing sword sect. Lin Feiyan assigned him to train there, and arranged for 3 disciples to deliver his starter package. The man was given a place to stay and told to meet her at the main hall at dawn the next day. However, after waiting for an hour, the disciples assigned to him still hadn't shown up. So he decided to explore the palace for hidden quests. Not long after he arrived at a unique palace. As he opened the door, a startled voice cried out, "Who's there?" The man exclaimed, "Is this the master's palace?" At that moment Lin Feiyan's gaze turned sharp, and she unleashed an attack. The man lost 90% of his health instantly. Lin Feiyan then demanded, "Who told you to trespass into my palace?" The man hurriedly explained, "I'm sorry, master. I noticed the guiding disciples hadn't arrived for a long time, so I decided to familiarize myself with the area, and accidentally entered your palace." Lin Feiyan sighed, "Ignorance is forgivable. I won't punish you this time." She tossed a pill to the man. "Without my explicit permission, you must never trespass here again. This is your last warning." Man examined the pill. Purple Sovereign Pill. Increases all combat attributes by 30 points for 5 minutes. Restores 3000 stamina in non-combat situations. As the palace door closed behind him, the man tucked the pill into his pocket. "I can't waste this, better save it. I'll keep it for later." Just then, the sound of ringing bells reached his ears. He looked up, and finally saw the guiding disciple arriving. It was a woman, named Nangong Yu. The man quickly bowed. "Junior Lin Jichen. Greets senior sister." Hearing this, Nangong Yu's affection increased by 10 points. "Not bad, junior brother, you have good manners." Seeing this, the man decided to flatter her further. "I didn't expect senior sister to be not only more beautiful than flowers, but also so skilled in cultivation. Your junior brother is in awe of you." Nangong Yu blushed deeply, and her affection increased by another 5 points. It's worth noting that affection levels between players and NPCs can influence hidden quests and opportunities. Generally, if the affection level with an opposite gender NPC reaches 91 to 100, you can have physical contact and share life or death bonds. At full harmony, you can become Dao companions and unlock dual cultivation mode. Suddenly the man coughed up blood. Nangong Yu was shocked. "What happened to you? When did you get so badly injured?" The man shook his head. "It's nothing. Before you arrived, I tried to find my quarters on my own. I accidentally entered the master's palace, and was injured by her." Hearing this, Nangong Yu felt even more guilty. "It's my fault. Oh no, it's all my fault. The sect leader did ask me to take you to your quarters, but I got too absorbed in reading romance novels. I delayed you. Here, take this chi replenishing pill." She handed the pill to the man and turned away in embarrassment. "It's all my fault for being late because of those novels. If I hadn't delayed, junior brother, you wouldn't have been hurt by the master." The man waved it off. "It's not senior sister's fault. It's my own fault for wandering around." Before he could finish his sentence, Nangong Yu's affection level increased by 5 points. Nangong Yu then took out a jade pendant. "This jade pendant is my compensation for you. Keep it safe, junior brother." The man exclaimed, "Senior sister, this jade pendant is a top-tier treasure, even among spirit-grade equipment. Its spirit shield skill is so practical." Nangong Yu patted her chest confidently. "This is nothing. I have plenty more treasures." Not long after, Nangong Yu led the man to his quarters. "This is an earth-grade spirit gathering array. Meditating and cultivating here will let you absorb spiritual energy much faster." Nangong Yu stretched out her hand, feeling the spiritual energy. "My family only has a profound grade spirit gathering array. I'm so envious of you." The man couldn't help but feel puzzled. New players usually meditate in a random spot when logging off to gain cultivation points. The progress is usually very slow. I didn't expect my quarters to have an earth-grade spirit gathering array. Could it be that master arranged this specially for me? At that moment Nangong Yu patted the man on the shoulder. "Alright, my task is now officially complete. Goodbye, junior brother." The man nodded. "Thank you for your hard work, senior sister." Then without hesitation, he immediately started meditating again. With the boost from the earth-grade spirit gathering array, he gained 52 cultivation points in just 1 hour. At this rate, 3 hours of idle meditation would max out his chi condensation stage. Thinking about his meeting with master at dawn tomorrow, the man decided to continue meditating. Meanwhile, the man in the real world suddenly opened his eyes. He checked his phone, and couldn't help but exclaim, "In just 5 hours, I've made over 71.6 million.